Israel assassinated Charlie Kirk, and the chairman of the FCC is no longer hiding the fact that Project 2025 is real and that he was hand-placed in this position to fulfill the wishes of our perfect and humble orange fat Führer. That's where we're at. None of this is hyperbole. I'm not kidding. Hi, I'm Chris Valenti. Welcome to the Valenti VOD. I'm not live right now because it's very early in the morning and I have to go to therapy because shit like this still exists. So, Netanyahu made a video. And in this video, he says, "Oh, we did not kill Charlie Kirk. Somebody is telling a great lie, and as my #1 idol, Joseph Goebbels, said, if you repeat a lie enough, it becomes reality." I'm not kidding, he did quote Joseph Goebbels. They're not hiding it anymore. Israel is essentially putting their dick on the table and going, yes, we're Nazis. Yes, we killed Charlie Kirk. What the fuck are you gonna do about it, goy? That's the state we're in. And the government feels so safe that they're willing to post stuff like this. This is Brendan Carr, the head of the FCC, the chairman of the FCC, responding to, this was all in Project 2025, by the way, in response to getting Jimmy Kimmel fired. That is his response. This is actually the chairman of the FCC. What I want to say, I cannot. So I'm going to try to channel it. If you really care about this country, you're picking it up. You're picking it up. If you really care about this country, I'm going to beam it into you. You feel that? Yeah, you're picking up what I'm putting down. I'm going to jail. Anyway, so we have a little bit to cover, and it's all horrifying. So before we do, let me remind you to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. It costs you nothing, and it helps me immensely. And also, feel free to support the channel financially. This is real independent media. This is what it looks like. Some douchebag in his office on a $20 Logitech camera with his fucking cat right next to him. And every dollar that you guys send me, it goes to supporting this channel. You know, like, I have no funding. I never had a conversation with an advertiser, billionaire, government, any of that shit. So you can hit the thanks button to donate. You could buy merch. You could use the discount code for Ground News. You could become a patron, and you could become a member. A big shout out to everybody who's ever donated to the channel. $2, $5, $8, whatever. It goes a long way. But without further ado, let's watch Prime Minister of Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu, tell us, I swear I did not kill Charlie Kirk. From Prime Minister of Israel. Here we go. Lock in.
Joseph Goebbels, the Nazi propaganda minister, said that
Off to a rough start here. Off to a rough start because your first thing that you said was Joseph Goebbels. And now you're going to quote Joseph Goebbels? Okay, off to a start.
the bigger the lie, the faster it will spread. Well, somebody has fabricated a monstrous big lie that Israel had something to do with Charlie Kirk's horrific murder. This is insane.
Why the fuck would you even talk about this? Why would you even talk about this? You're the Prime Minister of Israel. You're in the middle of your genocide. You're also opening up multiple other fronts. You've got problems domestically. Your reputation in America is plummeted. Oh, this is why. This is why. Israel's reputation in America has plummeted. Americans fucking hate Israel now, by and large. There's a small select group of evangelicals and bootlicking Zionists who still love Israel, but I think that Netanyahu can recognize the fact that if the right wing turns on their loyalty to Israel, then the cookie crumbles. The cookie crumbles because all Israel has is blind loyalty from uneducated evangelical American Christians.
It is false. It is outrageous.
Okay, so it's true and it's not outrageous because, like, listen, everything he says, take the opposite. That's the truth. When he says, we did not kill Charlie Kirk, he's saying, we killed Charlie Kirk. When he says, this is insane, he means, that was easy. That's what he means.
Charlie Kirk was a giant, a once-in-a-century talent who defended freedom, defended America, defended our common Judeo-Christian civilization.
No, he didn't.
Charlie loved Israel. He loved the Jewish people. He told me so in a letter that he sent me just a few months ago. One of my greatest joys as a Christian, he said, is advocating for Israel and forming alliances with Jews to protect Judeo-Christian civilization. He encouraged me to make the case directly to the American people about how vital Israel is to U.S. national security.
Yo, holy fuck, they killed him. Yo, holy fuck, they killed him. Hey, BB, you do know the shit that Charlie was saying the week before he died regarding your fucking shithole nation, right? You do know what that he was saying. Why don't we question Israel the way that we question everything else? You know that we can see that, right? You know that, like, recordings last forever? I know that you killed the guy, but you didn't delete all of his fucking recordings.
He told me, the Holy Land is so important to my life, it pains me to see support for Israel slip away. Now, if Charlie disagreed with a policy of mine or a decision here and there, not only did I not mind.
A policy of yours? How about the genocide that you've been committing? Because that's definitely a policy of yours that I disagree with.
I welcomed it. This is the essence of Charlie. This is the essence of a free country. It's exactly what Charlie stood for. And I knew that his suggestions always came from the heart, from his love for Israel and from his love for the Jewish people.
No, it came from the money you gave him, and it came from his fear of being assassinated by Mossad. Guess what happened?
2 weeks before his death, I spoke to Charlie. I invited him to visit Israel again. And sadly, that won't happen.
I think he turned you down. I think Charlie Kirk was a fucking piece of shit, but part of me believes that he would turn down your money. Not because he doesn't like Israel, but because in his heart of hearts, he fucking hated Jews. Let's be so fucking for real. Charlie Kirk hated black people, he hated Jews, he hated gays, he hated trans people, he hated Muslims. Do you actually think Charlie Kirk would have advocated for, like Jewish equality living among Christians? No. You are a necessary evil in his mind, and like the enemy of my enemy is my friend. As soon as Charlie got that Christian theocratic fascist nation here in America that he wanted, he would have turned on the Jews as well. We're talking about a literal evil piece of shit fascist. Please remind yourself who Charlie Kirk was.
Now some are peddling these disgusting rumors, perhaps out of obsession, perhaps with Qatari funding.
Oh, you hear that? I guess I'm Qatari funded. Shit. And I'm Antifa. I guess I'm a Qatari funded domestic terrorist. Uh-oh.
What I do know is this. Charlie Kirk was a great man.
He was neither great nor a man. He was weak, small, and a great supine jelly.
And a great man deserves honor, not lies. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. May your memory be a blessing.
Okay, so they're just admitting it now. You watched the same fucking thing I did, and I know some of you were MAGA. Feeling a little suspicious quite yet? You feeling a little suspicious? Not to mention that new picture of the kid, the shooter, in the fucking, what is he in, like a McDonald's, in like a fast food joint, watching the news of Charlie Kirk getting assassinated. Nothing to hide his face. Not even an attempt to hide his identity. He doesn't even look scared. 2 hours after he shot Charlie Kirk. Huh, that's strange. Let's see if I could pull up that picture. New photo of Tyler Robinson. Yeah, this one. Oh, pull it up. This photo here. He was at a Dairy Queen. See this? This is a picture that was taken of him like 2 hours after shooting Charlie Kirk at a Dairy Queen, looking up at, I'm assuming, the TV, which is probably covering the news, and look at him. He's not even attempting to hide his face. I do not believe for a microsecond that this kid had something to do with the shooting. Not only to mention that he's in the maroon shirt again. So now they're saying he showed up in this shirt, changed into a shirt for the shooting, changed out of that back into this, changed back, and then went to Dairy Queen, and then changed back into the shooting outfit. Because when he turned himself in, he was allegedly wearing the clothes that he wore when he shot Charlie Kirk. Listen, I'm giving you my honest opinion. My honest opinion is that Charlie Kirk was one of the, what are they called? The red, not herrings, the red heifers. He was one of the red heifers. He was a sacrificial lamb put together by the Christian American Zionists and the Jewish Israeli Zionists. He was a sacrifice in order to rally the base into a frenzy. And it worked. And it worked. Now, also, they keep on bringing up the fact that like the White House was like, oh, we firmly believe that Charlie would have been the 13th disciple if he lived in biblical times, which, by the way, blasphemy, idolatry. I don't even believe in your God, but your God would prefer me over you. I could tell you that much. His service is on Sunday. Like, Charlie Kirk is still not in the ground. That's kind of fucking nuts, bro. There's a small part of me, and this is going to be the most lunatic shit I've ever said. There is a small part of me that is concerned they're going to go full resurrection of the Lord. Could you imagine? Hear me out. I mean, listen. If that motherfucking casket opens up and a hand comes out, I'm packing my bags and I'm fleeing this nation. Because the level of religious psychosis that would cause in a nation as mentally ill, armed, and Christian as the United States of America, I unironically think tens of millions of these inbred redneck hick fucking losers would actually praise him as the next Messiah. That's all I got for you. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. It costs you nothing, and it helps me immensely. And support the channel financially. It goes a long way. Do me one last favor. Click that video right over there. It's a banger, and I know bangers.